Art Collins here. Funny thing happened to me in the research department. A failed optimization study on stops actually improved the entry orders on the extreme close turnback system, which I just presented to you. So let's walk together. This is kind of an interesting teaching exercise, I guess. All right, as I said, the last video I presented was the extreme close turnback system. You can reference that if you need a refresher. And after I completed it, I continued tinkering with it a bit. I didn't think straight stops were going to be any help, but I did an optimization study on the stops just to give me a starting point. And what happened was there was a failure to create reasonable stops anywhere. And that led to an improved entry signal in that system, okay? So this is what I was stuck with. You had a successful system. This is the S&Ps. I believe it was $36,000 profit without stops. And this is what happened when you optimize stops between 100, represented here, down to 1,000. No hope anywhere. And I got to admit, I don't think I've seen anything like this before. Successful numbers without a stop, total anti-system with it. So this got me wondering, okay, if the system works without stops and blows up with them, wouldn't that mean that profits on the stopless system lied somewhere beyond the stop points? It would have to mean that, right? And therefore, shouldn't we eliminate the worst parts of the trade by making the market move to more favorable entry levels through limit orders? Entering lower when we're trying to get long, higher when we're trying to get short, instead of just going to market. Makes sense, right? So I looked at that dismal optimization report, and I thought I would go with the worst one. I believe it was 6 full S&P points, and used 6 points as the limit order level. And that worked fine in the S&Ps. It wasn't even the best one, but it didn't work so well in the other markets. And then I thought about it, and that makes perfect sense because, you know, a point in the S&P is a totally different animal than a point in the Dow or the NASDAQ. Same for ticks. So I went to a tried and true strategy of using relative sizes, percentage of the 3-day average range. And this is what I came up with. Set your charts to daily, day session only, 8:30 a.m. to 3:15 p.m. Central. If today's close is less than the previous day's low and tomorrow's open is greater than today's close, go long at the open. Same system I gave you before. At the open, minus 10% of the average 3-day range limit. That's what's different. Okay, so you have to look at the last 3 days, calculate what the average range of those 3 days was, and take 10% of that, subtract it from tomorrow's open for your buy entry, add it to the open for your sell. If today's close is greater than the previous day's high and tomorrow's open is less than today's close, go short at the open plus 10% of the average 3-day range on a limit. Exit at the 3:15 p.m. day session close. So everything's the same here except what you see in red. Okay? Just changing the entry rule. So this is what you saw before when you just entered at the market. And This is what you get when you go to the 10% limit. Big improvement in the S&P in terms of return on account. Your worst drawdown goes way down. You're now under $10,000. And instead of $36,000 from the start of 2015 through February 24th, 2021, you ratchet up to $57,000. Similarly, you get an improvement in the Dow, $38,000 versus a $7,600 drawdown for a 506% return on account. Nice jump in the NASDAQ. We're not fooled by the fact that the net profit is less, because we know that what really counts is what you're looking at on a relative basis. Your return on account, because your max drawdown is less, is boosted to 1,300%. You don't get any help in the Russell, and it's an anti-idea in the mid-cap. But overall, definitely an improvement. So this is where ideas come from. Everywhere. Even mistakes. Okay, available now. Market Beaters with a bonus chapter on Richard Dennis. If you don't know who Richard Dennis is, it's one of the greatest trading lore stories of all time. And appreciate you joining me. Till next time.